Here we are then. Evans on the left, Haryanto on the right. It's going to be an interesting run down to turn 1. It's a long run, remember. Who's going to get into turn 1 first? We're waiting for those lights. 1 light, 2 lights, 3 lights, 4 lights, 5 lights. And it's go here for the feature race. And who's got a better start? It looks like Evans has got a good start. It looks like Haryanto got bogged down at the start of the race. And look at that. Look at that. There's cars going all over the place. I don't even know. There's people jockeying for position. Haryanto, great side by side with Evans. Can he take the lead into turn number 1? Into turn 1, who's going to get the lead? It looks like Evans is going to get the lead. Van Dorn trying to look to the inside of Haryanto, but has to defend for now as everyone gets around the first couple of corners safely, I think. In fact, no, there hasn't. There was a yellow flag somewhere down there, and Vasecki is the man who's got involved. Vasecki has got involved in a little accident, and he's got 3 cars involved. Vasecki, who else was... Oh, we pressed the wrong camera there, I do apologise. Di Silvestro and Giotto were the guys involved in that little skirmish at the start. So, a little bit of a calamity there. It just looked like, I think, Giotto shoved Simona into Vasecki, and there was nothing that Di Silvestro could do and nothing that Vasecki could do. Vasecki was just a passenger. I think Giotto has to take a lot of blame for that. But at the moment, Evans is the man who's leading the race at the moment. Meanwhile, Haryanto trying to keep back Van Dorn for that 2nd place. And New Garden then having to defend from Alexander Rossi. Gasly is 6th with Coletti 7th. Then it's Ray Hall in 8th, Palmer 9th, Daly 10th with Matsushita 11th. Then it's Yali 12th with Stevens 13th, Marcello 14th. And then it's Lima 15th, Galileo 16th, Lynn 17th, Magnussen, who's trying to make a comeback, in 18th, App 19th with Giotto 20th, Di Silvestro 21st, and Vasecki looks like he's still stuck. I think he could be out of the race. Oh, the marshal's going to clear him. That's the thing. He looks like he's beached in that car. And yes, David Vasecki is out of the feature race. Bitter luck for him. He'll have to hope that the sprint race is better for him tomorrow. Meanwhile, Evans pulling away a little bit from Rio Haryanto. In fact, Rio's going to have to worry about Stoffel Van Dorn behind, because Van Dorn has Evans set to pass his lap. And now look at this, Van Dorn tucked up behind, and yellow flag is still out because the marshals are clearing Vasecki's car. Side by side action between Van Dorn and Haryanto. Is Van Dorn going to get 2nd? Yes, he can. Or is Haryanto going to get back down the inside? Not quite. Van Dorn hangs it around the outside, and Van Dorn, who's up into 2nd place, and now he wants to get hold of Mitch Evans, who's in the lead at the moment. Now Haryanto's got to focus on Rossi, who's behind him, and looks like we've got a load of trains going on here in this race so far. And we've got 21 cars remaining in this race, of course. And it looks like, in fact, Haryanto tried to look back down the inside of Van Dorn, but it looks like Van Dorn's hanged it around the outside. They're still side by side, going through turn number 5. Side by side action between Van Dorn and Haryanto. Who's going to get 2nd place into turn number 6? Are they still going to be side by side? Haryanto's still hanging it around. Look like a little bit of argy-bargy going on between them. And Haryanto's just got him back for 2nd place. Fantastic driving from the pair of them indeed, and they've both got to watch out for Rossi. In fact, Van Dorn's not going to give up there. He's going to look again to the inside, but Haryanto keeps it covered down into the inside, and Rossi even thought about having a little look down there for 3rd position. And then it looks like there's another battle as well between Gasly and I believe that is New Garden, who are fighting for 5th at the moment. It seems to be an awesome scrap for 2nd place at the moment, and it looks like Van Dorn's not going to give up there. He wants to try and get back into the slipstream of Haryanto down the pit straight. Let's say Van Dorn tucking up into his slipstream. Evans set to another fastest lap. Van Dorn tucked to the right of the screen. Is Van Dorn going to get in this time? I think he might just have him this time. I think he's got the legs down the pit straight. There's a lot of side-by-side action. Meanwhile, New Garden looking down to the inside of Pierre Gasly. Van Dorn got him into turn 1, sorry. No, he doesn't hang around. Haryanto hangs it around the outside and keeps 2nd for now. Gasly managed to hold off New Garden for 5th at the moment. Meanwhile, Van Dorn's got to worry about Rossi behind. Rossi tucked up right up behind his station. In fact, this is actually, I think, the top 3 from last season's... No, in fact, Haryanto finished 4th last year in GP2. And now Van Dorn looks like he's taking 2nd. Yes, he has. Van Dorn moves up into 2nd place. Rossi wants to try and get past Haryanto, but Haryanto able to defend him for 3rd position at the moment. Haryanto's going to have to work hard to get Van Dorn, but it looks like Van Dorn has finally made the move stick on Rio Haryanto. So he's now going to worry about Alexander Rossi, who's behind him right now. And Van Dorn now wants to set his sights on Mitch Evans. And now Rossi looks like he's tucked into Haryanto's slipstream. Is Rossi going to get him down the straight? Haryanto defends the inside. Now Rossi going back down the inside of on my streaming thing there. And so side by side action we go between Stevens and Coletti. Round the outside goes Stevens. Is he able to get the job done? Side by side they go. And I think Stevens must have it, but no, Coletti still side by side at the moment. And they've even got Alex Lynn, the charging Alex Lynn behind him. He's moved up to 13th. He's passed Yali earlier on. And Lynn wants to try and get past Stevens. What an opportunistic Alex Lynn is. He moves up to 12th at the expense of him. So a good comeback from him so far in this race. And it looks like that Haryanto's starting to fall back a little bit from Alexander Rossi. And he's got to worry about Joseph Newgarden soon as well. And Lynn has moved up to 12, and now he's tucked up behind Coletti. Can Lynn get 11th off Coletti? He's making a stormy comeback after only qualifying 17th yesterday. Side-by-side action. Is he able to get the job done? And can he take it down the inside? Coletti's still hanging it around and keeps 11th for the time being. And he's brought a whole gaggle of cars over. Magnussen's moved up to 16th, so he's finally moving up the order. But as now, look at this, Gasly having to defend from Daly, and oh, so close indeed. No, Massachusetts, in fact, he's moved up to 8th for the moment. And because, in fact, Gasly's dropped back 2 positions from Palmer and Massachusetts. So Gasly's dropping back all the time. Meanwhile, what's the gap between Van Dorn and Evans? Is Van Dorn even catching Mitch Evans at the moment? We'll need to see what the gap is at the end of this sector. At the end of this lap, I'm sure we'll come back to these guys in a little bit, as Gasly once again trying to defend from Daly, and it looks like Lynn's starting to drop back a little bit from Coletti. And wow, there's just so much action going on at the moment. Let's see what the gap is now then between Van Dorn and Evans. Evans just started lap 7 of 39. Let's see what the gap is like between these two. Let's see. The gap is, it's going to show us soon. There you go, 4.3 seconds. So we'll keep an eye if Van Dorn is gaining. And meanwhile, Daly looking to the inside of Gasly. Can Daly get the job done down the inside? Yes, he can. Daly moves up into 9th position. Also, I forgot to mention as well. What was it? Damn it, I forgot. Oh yeah, because Evans got the pole position yesterday, he also gets 4 bonus points as well. Remember, because you do get 4 bonus points for taking pole position for both races, of course, and also because Magnussen took pole for the sprint race earlier today, he's going to get 4 bonus points as well. And in fact, Giotto is actually finding a way past him at the moment. So rather than Magnussen making a comeback, he's dropping backwards all of a sudden. He looks to be stuck in a gaggle of cars, which has made Magnussen drop backwards a little bit. And Evans still leads, Van Dorn 2nd, Rossi 3rd, with Haryanto 4th. Then it's Newgarden 5th, with Rahal 6th, Palmer 7th, Massachusetts 8th, Daly 9th, Gasly 10th, Coletti 11th, Lynn, who's starting to close back up onto him, in 12th, and then Yali, who's defending Stevens. In fact, Stevens looks like he wants to try and get 13th off his fellow countrymen. Side by side to go. And side by side to go, can Yali hold it off for 13th at the moment? They're still hanging it around the outside. Is Stevens. Still side by side, the pair of them go as they go around turn 12. This is brilliant racing from the pair of them at the moment. I think Stevens just has the legs, and yes, he does. Stevens moves up into 13th position. And now he's got to worry about Galio, who's tucking up into Yellow slipstream now. Is Galio going to find a way past Galio? Looks to the inside of Yellow. Is he able to get the job done? Galio down to the inside. I think he's done it. Yes, he can. Galio moves up into 14th position. And we still have 21 cars left in this race. And in fact, we forgot to check up on the gap between these two. I do apologise. So, as now Lynn looking to the inside of Coletti. Lynn looking to the inside of Coletti. Can he finally take 11th off the young man from Monaco? Side by side to go. And then down the straight as Lynn got the legs to pass Coletti. Yes, he has. Lynn moves up into 11th position. So Lynn moving up the field very nicely indeed. And now his next target is teammate Pierre Gasly. That's his next target. And Meanwhile, Magnussen looks like he's still stuck behind Yellow at the moment. Magnussen's still stuck behind him, and Yellow again feeling the need. Can Magnussen look to the inside into turn number 4? Yes, he can. Finally, Magnussen moves up into 16th position. He passes Yellow, and now he can try and catch up to Luca Giotto in front of him. Or is it Raffaele Marcello? I'm not sure. It's Giotto. In fact, Giotto is tucked up behind Sean Galayo at the moment. Oh, but here he goes. Can Giotto take 14th off the Indonesian driver? We'll have to wait and see on that. Pretty soon as Nobuharu once again tucked up behind Palmer. Nobuharu looking really good today. This track clearly suiting to his driving style. And now trying his best to tuck up into the slipstream of Palmer. He looked closer on his lap. Let's see if he has enough straight this time to try and look down to the inside of Palmer. He's tucking up. Is he looking? Yes, he is. Nobuharu looking to the inside of Palmer. Can he get 7th off the break down to the inside? And he has. Matsushita moves up into 7th place. He disposes of Palmer, and Palmer drops down to 8th in the process as Lynn is catching up to his teammate Gasly at the moment, as now Giotto looking to the inside of Galayo, and he does it. Giotto moves up into 14th position as Magnussen's slowly catching up to these guys. Marcello moves up to 17th. He's past Yellow right now as Di Silvestro is getting challenged by Daniel Abt behind her, and it looks like Van Dorn's looking even closer to Mitch Evans. So it looks like Van Dorn is going quicker than Mitch Evans at the moment, so we could have a battle for the lead here. Meanwhile, Nobuharu, his next target is Graham Rahal. Does he have the pace to get up to the SG Motorsport car at the moment? Matsushita is on a roll right now. So at the moment then, Evans is first, is Van Dorn second, then it's Rossi third, Haryanto fourth, then it is Newgarden fifth, Rahal sixth, Matsushita seventh, and Palmer so far completes the point scoring positions in 8th position. So that's the top 8. I want to see what lap they're on now. In fact, we're on lap 12 of 39, and let's see what the gap is like. It's 3.7, so yes, Van Dorn is closing. He is closing the gap, and I would presume that the guys will start to pit at around lap 19, 20, 21, lap 18 to 21, something like that. I think they'll probably start to pit as Matsushita is tucked up. He's getting closer to Rahal right now, so Matsushita is going quicker than the American right now. Matsushita, as Coletti's in. Why is Coletti in? Has he got a problem? As Abt goes down the inside of Di Silvestro, we'll need to have a look at the replay. And yes, Coletti had a loose wheel. Coletti had a loose wheel, which is why he's in the pit. So bitter luck for Stefano Coletti. His teammate's already out, and now he's going to drop to the back. But at the same time, you could say a pro is that he's already done a pit stop, so he may not have to pit again unless he has to, if he hasn't got enough fuel. So it's 50-50 at the moment down at Netflix Motorsport at the moment. Meanwhile, we're going to look back at this battle for 6th between Rahal and Matsushita right now. And, well, the current McLaren test driver, well, he's been struggling this season, but in this race, he's on fire right now. He literally is. In fact, he might tuck up behind Rahal and try and get 6th down like this back straight. Rahal felt the knee. Matsushita looking to the inside. Can he get the job done? Yes, he can. Matsushita moves up into 6th position. And Matsushita is just on fire right now. He is literally... He's like he's driving for his life right now. Literally, he's up into 6th position, which is currently 3 championship points right now. This is unbelievable stuff. And, in fact, maybe Rahal might want to tuck back into his slipstream down the pit straight. Maybe Matsushita is not quite done yet, because Rahal looking back down to the inside into turn number 1. Let's see who's going to get the job done into turn 1. And Rahal just gets in front. So Matsushita is going to have to work on again to get him back past. So clearly Rahal was not finished yet with Nobuharu. So this is going to be a battle that's going to last for a long time. There's 3 cars for a battle for 6th. It might even go down to the mandatory pit stop if that's the case. But as now, look at this. As a result of Coletti going into the pits, Alex Lynn's now in the top 10. And he's now caught up to the back of his teammate. Pierre Gasly at the moment. Meanwhile, Magnussen's up to 14th. He's now trying to find a way past Galar. He's catching up to him. Meanwhile, Lima side by side with Yellow. He's trying to find a way past for 16th right now as he got the job done. down to the inside into turn number 5. This still side by side going down the hill. Yali got enough drive to get back in front of him. Side by side they go into turn number 6. Yali hanging here around the outside. I think Yali's probably done enough to keep the position. Yes, he has. Yali's kept 16th for now, so Lima's going to have to work hard down the back straight if he wants to get him back. So tucking up into his slipstream. Yali felt the need there. Lima looking to the inside. Can he get the job done this time? Yes, he can. Lima moves up into 16th position. So a lot of overtaking has been done today. And now look at this. Matsushita tucked up behind Rahal again. Can he get the job done this time? Has he even got it off straight? I don't think he did. Rahal did feel the need to defend though into turn number 1. Matsushita trying his best to get that position of Graham. Can he do it though? That's the question. Now he's looking to the inside into turn number 6. Can he get the job done this time? Side by side they go. Goes Rahal and Matsushita. And I think he's got it done. Yes, he has. Matsushita moves up into 6th position. Surely this time he's managed to make it stick. Matsushita moves up into 6th position unless Rahal's going to tuck up into his slipstream again down the back straight. We'll have to wait and see on that one. Meanwhile, Van Dorn still trying to catch up, and I think Rossi wants to try and catch up as well. Let's see if Rahal is going to tuck into his slipstream again. I think he's too far back to challenge, but I think Matsushita has got the job done. So Matsushita officially moves into 6th position, and now his next target is Joseph Newgarden. That's his next target. The other SG Motorsport car, Graham Rahal's teammate to be exact, is Nobuharu's next target. And yeah, Graham Rahal looks like he's starting to drop back a little bit from the Japanese driver. And well, as Haryanto is starting to pull away a little bit from Newgarden now. As Van Dorn's still trying his best to catch up. As now, look at this, Lynn looking to the inside of his teammate Gasly. Is he able to get the job done? Yes, he can. Gasly made it a little hard for him, but Lynn managed to get it done, and Lynn moves up into 9th position. Just one place away from the points now is Alex Lynn. Unless Gasly wants to try and find a way back past him down into turn number 3. I don't think even though Lynn defended, I don't think Gasly was even close enough to try and find a way past his. Giotto's out! Luca Giotto is out of the race. What's happened to Giotto? And there he is. What's wrong? He's got a puncher. A puncher. He has a puncher, which has damaged the suspension. Giotto out of the race. He's the second retirement of today. And Giotto pulls off the side of the track and he's out of the feature race here in Spain. He'll have to hope the sprint race goes better for him. And the man who's currently leading the Drivers' Championship at the moment. And here it comes then. Rossi pits from 3rd position. Into the pits then he comes. And Rossi in the pits for his scheduled stop. Here on lap 19 of 39 we have, well it might be lap 20. Actually, I don't know. There's Nobuharu who's in the pits right now, along with a couple of other cars. And Nobuharu's got to hope he doesn't get held up by that car that's in front of him, which is Pierre Gasly, and I don't think he will be. No, he's going to be fine. Nobuharu comes out of his box. Now we look at Gasly, who's in his box. As Galile pits as well. Simona Di Silvestro is in. Galile comes out of his box. Simona in. It's going to be very interesting to see. She should be filled to the end of the race. And she's finished her pit stop. And Mitch Evans looks like he's staying out, because in fact Van Dorn's going to be coming in this lap. Here he comes, slowing through the second left corner, and into the pits comes second place man Stoffel Van Dorn. So into the pits he comes. And Van Dorn is in the pits right now. As it looks like, I think the GRM Junior mechanics are going to be coming out in the pits pretty soon. In fact, SG Motorsports, in fact, will be looking to make a pit stop, and I think Lynn will be coming in pretty soon. soon for Willow's Grand Prix. And out of the box goes Stoffel Vandoorne, a 10.7 second stop, so that's a good stop. And in fact, it's Newgarden who is in the pits, and that is Lynn who's just coming as well. And somebody else is in as well. I believe that is Rio Haryanto. Rio Haryanto's just finished his box, and meanwhile Rossi looks like he's battling with someone after his pit stop. That is Marcello. He's fighting for 7th, and he's got that done. So Rossi wasting no time on cars in front of him. Haryanto rejoins in 10th position, just in front of Matsushita. Ooh, Matsushita looks like he's fighting for 4th. And in fact, yes, it's paid off. Matsushita has leapfrogged Newgarden and looks to be in a provisional 5th place, and will be battling, it looks like, with Haryanto for 4th position. Matsushita is on a roll today, as Lima has just finished his pit stop, as is Daniel Lapp. And it looks like D. Silvestri will still come out in front of him. Into the pits comes race leader Rich Evans. The race leader is in, as Palmer's out. Jolyon Palmer is out of the race. What's happened to Palmer? And it's transmission. Palmer has a transmission problem. That is taken care of him, and Jolyon Palmer is out of the feature race here in Spain. What bitter luck. He was looking good for points, and it's just all come to blows. Into the pits then comes Mitch Evans. I don't think Stoffel's going to leapfrog him, of course, because Stoffel will be 4 seconds in front. But will Stoffel get closer to Mitch? That's the question. As it looks like the SG Motorsports guys will be ready again. And it's Graham Rahal. Rahal is in the pit, but I want to see how close these two are going to be after Mitch Evans' pit. Mitch Evans has just come out of the box. What's the gap? Well, let's see how close he is. There's Evans. He's just came out in front. That looks closer to me. Just a little bit closer. Magnussen will be pitting this lap, I'm sure. He's not in the fight. Rahal has just finished his box. Stevens is now in the pits. And out to the box he goes. Yellow is also in the pits, as was Raffaele Marcello, who was also in the pits as well. He's just finished his pit stop, as is Nick Yali. He's out of his box. Connor Daly has just finished his pit stop, as Lima will still be ahead of him at this point. And meanwhile, Matsushita's passed Haryanto. Matsushita has passed Haryanto. There's the replay. He went down to the inside into turn number 4, and Matsushita got the job done, and he moves up into 4th. Now Haryanto's got to worry about Newgarden behind, so Matsushita will move up to a provisional 4th position. Matsushita, if he has the pace today, might be on course for a podium if he's lucky, if he does have the pace to catch up to that man right there, championship leader Alexander Rossi. And, well, that's that really. So, Evans then, coming up then to the last 2 corners, and let's see what the gap is like between him and Vandoorne right now. Coming throughout the final 2 corners, and they'll be starting lap 22 of 39, and the gap is, we'll check in a bit, the gap is, as Kevin Magnussen comes into the pits, 4.2, so the gap has increased since they went into the pits. As now Haryanto's got to worry about Newgarden. Newgarden tucked up into Haryanto's slipstream down to the inside. Haryanto seems to be dropping backwards into his qualifying position, and Newgarden moves up into 6th position. Haryanto dropping backwards all the time, and he's now... Haryanto drops to 6th, and now he's probably going to have to worry about Rahal and the recovering Lynn, who has finally managed to get himself into the points. Look at that, as Magnussen now rejoins in 12th, just in front of Coletti. Was Coletti going to get back down the inside of him? And he does. Coletti moves up to 12th in front of Magnussen. So Galile's gained a lot of time on Magnussen. In fact, Coletti's even leapfrogged him, because Coletti finished pitted early, remember, because he had a loose wheel, which they had to sort out. And, well, we don't know if Coletti's going to be pitting again, of course. But if that's the case, then Magnussen's got to have to disperse a Coletti to get back on terms with Galile. So a top 10 is slipping away at the moment for for Kevin Magnussen at the moment, the man who will be starting on pole tomorrow for the sprint race. Meanwhile, Matsushita on a roll at the moment. The question is he going quicker than Alexander Rossi in front for a chance for a podium finish? The top four is now consisting of Mind Orange Racing Juniors and Steeler Racing cars. Meanwhile, Haryanto looks like he's not giving up on Newgarden yet. Haryanto took him back into Newgarden slipstream. Haryanto looking to the inside. Can Haryanto get the job done once again? And yes, he can. Haryanto gets back up into 5th position. He has retaken Newgarden, but will Newgarden try and get him back down into turn number 3? That is the big question. Through turn 3 to go. Well, through turn 4, I should say. Is Newgarden going to look? Haryanto defends the inside, and rightfully so. Haryanto defends 5th for the time being. And we will keep an eye on the gap then between Matsushita and Alexander Rossi. We are on lap number 23 of 39. We will keep an eye on the gap now then between Matsushita and Rossi. In fact, Newgarden trying to get back down the inside of Haryanto, and he does so to retake 5th position. And he even gave Haryanto a message saying, "That's the last time you're going to overtake me, buddy." Now, Haryanto's got to worry about Rahal. So let's see what the gap is like then between Rossi and Matsushita right now. Is Matsushita going quicker than Rossi? We'll have to compare the 2 laps. So let's see what this lap's gap is like. Let's see. I think I just saw Rossi come into turn 1. So the gap is 8.2 seconds. So we'll keep an eye on that gap on the next lap. Hopefully this time, if I remember. Unless it distracts me, of course. Anyway, and it looks like Magnussen, unseen by the cameras, has repassed Coletti, and now Coletti's what has to worry about Marcello behind him, and now Magnussen trying to gain back on Sean Galayo for 11th position. And maybe he'll probably get him down into the back straight, heading towards turn 9 and 10. And they've got to be careful, of course, because it looks like Alex Lynn is also going into this. Alex Lynn is getting close, wants that 7th place as well. Lynn is in the points right now, but he looks like he wants more, and he is caning up to the battle for 6th between Rio Haryanto and Rahal right now. Is Rahal going to get 6th off Haryanto down the back straight? Let's see, he's tucked up right behind him. Haryanto just seems to be dropping backwards after that brilliant qualifying he had from 2nd. Rahal now then, looking to the inside. Rio Haryanto tries to shut the door there into that corner, and side by side they go. They're going side by side as Rahal managed to get the job done. Yes, he has. Rahal moves up into 6th position, and Haryanto just drops back even further, unless he can try and get the slipstream back on the back straight, but he just looks like he's dropping backwards, back from Rahal, and now Haryanto's got to worry about Alex Lynn behind him, unless he does have enough straight to try and get back past Rahal, but I doubt it, because look at the distance between the pair of them right now. I don't think, even though Haryanto has a slipstream, I don't think he's got enough straight to pass him, and no he hasn't. So Rahal confirms that he moves up to 6th, and now Haryanto's got to worry about Alex Lynn behind him. So Matsushita currently still trying to catch up to Alexander Rossi at the moment. Stoffel looks like he's going to have to settle for 2nd, as I don't think he has the pace on this stint compared to Mitch Evans right now. We are on laps 26 of 39 here in the feature race of Catalunya, and Haryanto's still trying to gain back onto Rahal, but still there's like 2 car lengths between them at the moment. And as Kevin's out, K-Mag is out of the race, so both Etihad's are out of the race. What's happened to Magnussen? So have a look at the replay, and Trent, another one, same as Palmer. Both Etihad young AYD PGP cars have transmission problems, and he's even thrown it in disgust. And Kevin Magnussen is out of the feature race here in Spain. What bitter luck. He'll have to hope the sprint race is better for him tomorrow. He'll hope it is, because he is on pole for that. But Kevin Magnussen is out of the feature race, and just a race to forget really after disappointing qualifying due to the changeable conditions, starting on the back row. And it just all comes for nothing. The comeback just didn't happen for him. Now we have 18 runners left in this race. I think Yes, we do. Let's see now then what the gap is like between Rossi and Matsushita. Down the pit straight we go. And let's see what the gap is like. The gap is 7.7, so he is starting to gain just a little bit, but only tiny chunks right now. And Lynn's still trying his best to try and get onto the back of Rio Haryanto. He looks a little bit closer on this lap than he did on the previous lap, but he's not at that stage as Van Dorn's out! The man in second place is out! What has happened to Van Dorn? And an oil leak! An oil leak, and he's even hit the back of the other car, so that's now down where that little left-hander is. That's now turned into a car park. Van Dorn with an oil leak is out of the race, and that puts Matsushita on a podium at the moment. So now Len moves up to 7. It will put Haryanto up into 6th position. Such a shame for Van Dorn. He could have taken a lot of points today, but it's all just gone up in flames for Stoffel Van Dorn. And well, what bitter luck. And well, at the moment, these two, I don't think it's going to be much of a battle unless Lynn starts to finally put his foot down. But it doesn't look like it so far. Now Lima's out. So retirement is just keeping on coming. What's happened to Lima? Oh, he's had a crash. He's had a crash. What's happened? We need a proper replay of that because he has just crashed out of the race. So, ooh, he had understeer going into the corner, and it just catapulted him to the right, just where Fernando Alonso was. Where Fernando Alonso's accident happened. In fact, quite close to where he had his accident. But it has put Lima out of the race, and there it is again. He just loses the back end on the white line, and he just careers into the wall, crashes out, and now we're down to 16 runners in this race, with I think around about 6 laps to go in this feature race. So retirement list is creeping up quite a bit. Lynn still not able to catch up to the back of Arianto, so I don't know if he's just settling now. As now Daly's now looking to the inside of Yelly. We have got a battle, and now Yelly and Daly moves up to 12 at the expense of Nick Yelly. So we did have a battle, and Daly now moves up to 12th, but 2 places off the top 10. So, a few more corners to go then for Evans. Oh, so close there. Evans nearly got taken out there by Simona Di Silvestro. It looks like Di Silvestro is in a little bit of a fight with Stefano Coletti. In fact, Di Silvestro has actually got past Coletti for 15th. So Di Silvestro is going to pick up 15th position. She can unlap herself if she wants, like Evans cares, because round the final corner, they're going to unlap him anyway. Because Evans wins the feature race. He even had a throttle problem towards the end. So it's a good job he finished anyway, because Mitch Evans wins here the feature race here in Spain. It's a good job the race came to an end there, because he had a throttle problem towards the end. But Mitch Evans wins the feature race here in Spain. Alexander Rossi crosses the line second, making it a Morin Orange Racing Jr. 1-2. Nobuharu Matsushita, look how close he got to the end. Finishes third, picks up his first podium in GP2. New Garland crosses the line 4th. Ray Hall crosses the line 5th. Haryanto crosses the line 6th. In fact, he pulled away a little bit from Lane, who crosses the line 7th. Gasly is going to pick up the final point in 8th position. So, Gasly crosses the line in 8th. Stevens will cross the line in 9th. Galayo will cross the line in 10th for the final man in the top 10. And Marcello got close, but he is going to cross the line in 11th. Daly is going to cross the line in 12th. Nick Yellerly crosses the line in 13th. And that is it then. And it is a victory for Mitch Evans, who in fact actually pulled off to the side of the track somewhere. No, in fact, those two unlapped themselves, didn't they, because of Evans' problem. Evans has pulled off the side of the track somewhere. Yeah, I think he pulled off like towards turn 1, which is why we can't see him. Di Silvestro across the line 14th, Coletti 15th, and Abt in 16th position. Coletti just held off Abt in the end there. So after all of that, here are the race results then. So, Mitch Evans finished the race in first position with Alexander Rossi in second, Nobuharu Matsushita in third, Joseph Newgarden finished in fourth, Graham Rahal fifth, Rio Haryanto sixth, Alex Lynn finished seventh, with Pierre Gasly finished off the points in 8th position. Will Stevens finished 9th, Sean Gallal 10th, with Raffaele Marcello 12th, Connor Daly 12th. Then it was Nick Yelly 13th, with Simona Di Silvestris finishing 14th. And so it was Stefano Coletti in 15th, with Daniel Abt in 16th. So the 6 people that did not finish were Fabio Lima, Stoffel Van Dorn, Kevin Magnussen, Jolyon Palmer, Luca Ghiotto and David Valsecchi. And it was Mitch Evans. Mitch Evans set the fastest lap there, so he gets 2 bonus points for setting the fastest lap. So lights are on, and it's go here in Spain. And who's got the best start? Let's see. You will expect that a little bit of lag from the start, guys. It was like that yesterday. But who's got the lead into turn number 1? There's a lot of things going on. There's side-by-side action between Magnussen and I believe that's Rossi, who's side-by-side as they go down towards turn number 1 on the track. Who's going to get the lead? It's side-by-side action between Rossi and Magnussen. Who's going to get the lead? I think Magnussen's done enough. Yes, he has. Magnussen leads from Rossi. And has everyone got through the first corner safely? Because they didn't do yesterday. And it looks like everybody is able to get through the first couple of corners safely. Magnussen is the man who leads. Rossi's second, and he's having to defend from Van Dorn behind. He's Ray Hall fourth, Mitch Evans fifth, Palmer sixth, Marcello seventh, Haryanto in eighth, Len ninth, and Stevens 10th. Valsecchi and Gallal seem to have got a fantastic start. And it looks like everybody has got through the first lap safely. So Magnussen leads with Rossi second, and it's Van Dorn third and Ray Hall back to the top 4 so far. But Rossi trying to keep onto the back of Kevin Magnussen here right now. As now they go up towards the back straight after turn number 8. Down the back straight they go. As now they approach turn 9. Magnussen had to think of defending a little bit because it looked like Rossi was getting too close for company. And it looks like Rossi seems to be the quicker out the two right now. And they go up the hill towards the end of the first lap. Rossi may be thinking of going for a move down the pit straight. We have 20 laps of action here, remember, and they're about to end lap number 1. Down the pitch straight go. Can Rossi get the lead of Magnussen? He's looking to the inside. Can Rossi do it? Rossi's even set the fastest lap in the process. Now Rahall's got that. In fact, Rahall's being attacked by Evans behind. Is Rossi going to get the lead of Magnussen down into turn number 1? Let's see. Side by side action they go. Into the first corner. Has he got the job done? Yes, he has. Rossi moves up into the lead and off Kevin Magnussen as Mitch Evans takes 4th of Graham Rahal. Rahall's got to worry about Palmer behind. Haryanto's moved up to 7th in the process. And there's a lot of things going on. It looks like the TGRMs are taking up the back. But it looks like the Magnussen's still not want to giving up on Alexander Rossi just yet. Down into turn number 5. And they've both got to worry about Van Dorn behind as well. I have to double check that, of course, if I have gave Kev Magnussen 4 bonus points yesterday. But as the side-by-side action down in the background, as Palmer moves up into 5th position, he has passed Rahal, and Harry Anton's having to defend from Lynn, who has passed Marcello for 8th position. So there's a lot of battling going on elsewhere on the track at the moment. Everywhere you look, there seems to be a battle emerging. Palmer's having to once again defend from Rahal, and Haryanto and Lynn are into combat like they were yesterday, but Lynn wasn't able to find a move on him yesterday. Now he's close up onto the back of him. He'll want to try and find a way past as they go down the hill towards turn number 5. Out the corner they go. As now approaching. And so at the moment then, Rossi leads, Magnussen second, with Van Dorn third, and then it is Evans fourth, Palmer fifth, Rahal sixth, but Rahal wants to take fifth. Back off in the back lane, looking down to the inside. Has Rahal managed to get fifth off Palmer? Yes, he has. Can Lynn take seventh off Haryanto? The pair of them go side by side up the hill. Has he been able to get the job done? They go side by side, Haryanto and Lynn side by side. Through turn number 11 they go, side by side still. Has Lynn been able to get the legs? Yes, he has. Lynn moves up into 7th position, and now Haryanto's got to worry about Marcello as Rossi sets the fastest lap. Another fastest lap of 1:24.487. As now Haryanto's got to worry about Marcello behind. Marcello trying to find a way down the inside. Has he been able to get the move done down the inside? Has he been able to do it? No, he can't. Just about Haryanto's been able to defend the inside of Raffaele Marcello, so Marcello's going to have to work extra hard, and they've even got, I believe that is David Valsecchi behind them, and it is Valsecchi also challenging for them, and Goliath will want to get into that scrap as well. Lap 6 of 20. And let's see, side by side action we go then. Can Marcello get 8th this time off Rio Haryanto? Down to turn 1, the level into turn number 1. Has Marcello got it this time? Yes, he has. Marcello moves up into 8th position, and now Haryanto's got to worry about Valsecchi and his own teammate, in fact, behind. So, yeah, so going backwards is Rio Haryanto at the moment, as he's now having to defend from Valsecchi at the moment. Valsecchi, the 2012 GP2 champion. And he's going to have to worry about him a little bit on this lap. This might be Valsecchi's last race, we'll have to wait and see. But down the hill they go. Through the left and right-handers. And now having to defend the inside now. Valsecchi going to the inside. Can he take 9th off him? Yes, he can. Valsecchi moves up into 9th position. Haryanto's just going backwards all of a sudden, and now Haryanto's got to worry about his own teammate, Sean Galayo. What is going on with Haryanto's car today? He's just dropping backwards like he did yesterday. Haryanto's just not on the ball right now, and now he's got to worry about Galayo behind. And Lynn does look a little bit closer to Palmer, but I don't think there's any point there where he can switch in time find a way past. Galayo now then looking to the inside of Haryanto. Have they switched cars or something? Because usually Galayo's the slower driver out of the two. Galayo looking to the inside. Can he get the job done into turn 1? Is he able to get 10th off Haryanto? Side by side they go, but Haryanto able to hang it around the outside. I don't know if James is going to be telling the drivers, you know, they can battle, but just ease it a little bit because they do not want them to both take each other out. Galayo tucked up into Haryanto's slipstream, his fellow countryman. Galayo looking to the inside into turn number 4. Has he got the job done? Side by side they go through turn number 4. The two teammates. This is going to be dangerous. I think James is probably panicking at this point. Side by side action they go. Haryanto and Galayo side by side. Down the hill they go then. Has Galayo been able to find the better traction out of Haryanto? Side by side they go. Into turn number, I believe that's his turn number 6. And I think Galayo's got it done. I think he's got it done. Yes, he has. Galayo moves up into 10th. Oh, Haryanto trying to get him back down the back straight. Let's see. Haryanto took him back into Galayo's slipstream. He's looking back down the inside into turn 9. But Galayo has it covered, and Galayo moves up into 10th position. And there's a bit more battling behind, as he also looks like he's overtaking Gasly for 13th position. And Lynn still not close enough to the back of Palmer as of yet. And I think Harrianto will want to try again on teammate Goliath down the pit straight. And what's the lap now then? So they're on lap number 7, they're on lap number 20. Harrianto goes back down the inside, as it looks like Gladsley wants that position back off Giotto at the moment. Side by side action go Harrianto and Goliath, and Harrianto takes back 10th off Sean. So good battling between the two teammates at the moment. Harrianto retakes 10th off his own teammate there. So yeah, some good racing at the moment between the two Alitalia Junior cars at the present moment. So that's good things so far. And what is the... As Van Dorn looks like he's dropping back too much to Van Dorn as of right now. Lynn's still struggling to catch up to Palmer. So it looks like that Palmer's starting to push up down. It's clear that he knows that Lynn is there and wanted to try and carry him, so I think he's had to up his game a little bit. Gasly and Giotto on the line, still fighting the 13th at the moment. Gasly got back that 13th off Luca, and now Luca wants it back, and they're going back down the back straight. Gasly felt defending, now Giotto back down the inside into turn number 13, turn 9, sorry. Side by side they go, and Giotto takes back 13th, but will Gasly try and get him back down the back straight? As he's got to be careful of Newgarden and Nobuhara Matsushita, who's doing what he did yesterday, making a comeback. So some good driving so far, some good overtaking so far this race. This track has been known to do quite a bit of overtaking. Hopefully we'll see that in top class as well. Meanwhile, Marcello looks like, sorry, Giotto's going to have to worry again because Gasly's back down the inside of him. And look at Newgarden, he wants to have a look as well. Newgarden tucking up into Giotto's slipstream. He knows he can't find a way past. Gasly moved up to 13th. Newgarden tried to find an advantage but could not find it. Had to back out of it at the last minute. Yeah, and it's lucky that Matsushita didn't even hit into the back of him there. So we've still got 22 cars in this race so far, which is impressive. And now look at this Newgarden trying to find a way past Giotto at the moment. And, wow, what can you say at the present moment? Lynn still looks like the top 8 are slightly spreading themselves out a little bit. Goliath can't get back on turns with teammate Harrianto at the moment. Giotto now then. These two look like they're going to be battling for the whole race. In fact, this 4 group of cars battling for 13th right now. As they now go down the back straight, heading towards turn 9. Has Giotto got the legs to get past? I don't think he had, because Gasly was able to defend and Giotto didn't even bother trying to have a look down into turn number 9. So they say that you can't overtake in Spain. It's a hard place to overtake. Well, GP2's pretty much proved it this race that it is quite a good overtaking track, it seems. Down at turn 1 and turn 4 and turn 9 seem to be the best overtaking places for these guys. Yoli's out! Yoli's out the race. We have our first retirement. And why is that? And Yoli's got transmission problems. Yoli has a transmission problem. So, the transmission problem takes care of Yoli. And we're now down to 21 cars in this race. Meanwhile, Giotto having to defend from Joseph Newgarden. Newgarden trying to have a look down the inside of him. In fact, Giotto now wants to look at the outside. He's free back into turn number 1. Surely they can't go through all here. Giotto takes 13. Can Newgarden find a way past? No, he can't. He had to think about it. But Giotto, that was some insane racing. Some good racing from all 3 of them. All 3, Giotto, Gasly and Newgarden, some good racing from all of them. And now Gasly wants to take him back for 13th, and down the inside he goes. Side by side action between Giotto and Gasly around turn number 4, and Gasly's been able to get the job done. Newgarden trying to find a way past into turn number 5, but couldn't quite get the job done. Maybe he'll try and get Giotto on this lap. We'll have to wait and see on that as they go down the hill towards turn number 6 and 7. On track, we've got the yellow flag. Why is the yellow flag out? We have a yellow flag for some reason. And it's Palmer! Palmer's out! Palmer is out of the race! Start like this, Lynn into the point. He's got a puncture which is damage to suspension, and Palmer, his race is taken care of. Palmer is out of the race. What bitter luck for the Brits. And Palmer out of the race with a puncture. So we're now down to 20 cars in this race. And now look at this actually. Mitch Evans has moved up to 3rd, so once seen by the cameras, Evans has got up to 3rd past Van Dorn, and now Rahal wants a piece of Van Dorn for 4th as well. And there's confirmation then that Palmer is out of the race at the moment. The leaders are on lap 11 of 20 at the moment, so we've got 10 laps to go in this race. And it's just been an exciting sprint race right now. Van Dorn wants to take back third of Mitch Aaron. Side by side they go into turn 1. Can Van Dorn get him back down the inside? Yes, he can. Van Dorn gets back that podium. But will Mitch Evans find a way back past him? Let's see. Around turn number 3 they go. And so, down the back straight, and let's see. And now into turns number 4. And Evans trying his best to get back past, but Van Dorn have managed to hang it around the outside and keep hold of that third position. We're down to 20 cars now in this race. We've had 2 retirements. One of them earlier in the race was Nick Yali, and then straight afterwards Jolene Palmer retired. And now Giotto's out, so now it's all dropping off. What's happened to Giotto? Giotto was actually fighting with Gasly. Where is he? I think we've lost Giotto. So there he is. An engine problem which has caught fire. It's happened down the pit straight. And wow. So engine problems for Giotto. And there it was. It all got triggered down the pit straight. And he's pulled off the side of the track. Luca Giotto out of the race. 19 runners left. I don't know if it's a commentator's curse or something, but it's clearly dropping 3 guys out of the race simultaneously after each other. And, well, the marshals are going to have to clear Giotto's car, so it's bitter luck. Giotto was in a good battle with Gasly, and it's now all come to nothing. Meanwhile, Evans back onto the back of Van Dorn. Is he able to tuck into his slipstream down the back straight? I don't think so. I think Van Dorn's been able to get the legs on him. And, so through turn 9 and 10 they go. And they will be starting, I think the leaders will be starting lap 12 of 29 laps to go. And you will get the championship result, the championship standings for GP2 after the main coverage. So, just to let you know about that, guys. Let's see if Evans is able to tuck back into Van Dorn's slipstream. Let's see. Down the pit straight they go. We've got to be wary of Van Dorn behind as well. And now around turn 3. And let's see as they go around turn 4. And is Evans, I think Evans is starting to drop back just a little bit. Any more battles going on the track? Yes, there is between Matsushita and Newgarden. Matsushita trying to take 30. Oh, he's been pushed off! I think he got pushed off! I think Matsushita just got pushed off there by Newgarden. We have to look at the replay. That's how we're playing on board with Newgarden. Did he push off Matsushita down into turn number 13? Let's see. Yes, he did. There was contact between them. And it looked like the Newgarden just didn't give him enough space. That will have to be investigated for sure. Oh, that is not good racing from Perrigan whatsoever. And I think we need a better camera angle for this. Here we go then. So we're going to look at the right hand side of Matsushita. Just keep an eye on the right for Newgarden. So, there look. He just doesn't give him any space whatsoever. And the question is, has Matsushita now beached it as a result? Oh, let's see, has Matsushita beached it? I think he's been beached, and I think that's a good weekend for Matsushita out of the question. Because of Joseph Newgarden, there's going to be some arguments between Steelers and SG Motorsport for sure, all because of this. And, wow. Oh, is he able to get it going? Yes, Matsushita is able to get it going. So Matsushita is able to rejoin down in 18th position. So he's not last, because in fact, I think Apps has just gone off as well. Yes, he did. He went off down at turn 3. Hey, for whatever reason, I think he got understeer through there. So another man to add into the hit list of someone who's just gone off down at turn 3. So Apps, another casualty to go off. And, wow. It's just been a good race for him. It's just, he can't stay cool just yet. It's definitely Coletti's out. Coletti is out. What's happened to Coletti? There he is, and he's got an oil leak. An oil leak takes care of Coletti, and that's just bitter luck there for Stefano. Out of the race he goes, and well, goodbye really for Stefano. So, and Magnussen's also able to disperse Daniel that lap car as well, but I don't think Magnussen will be on terms of Rossi. Right, no, he might be now. Rossi's gone for a spin. That is a weird mistake, and I think Magnussen is in the lead. Magnussen now leads. Yes, he does. Magnussen now leads the sprint race. What a rookie error there from Rossi. What on earth happened there? And now Van Dorn might be able to catch up to him if he's able to have the speed. But what on earth was that from Alexander Rossi? It looked like he just went a little bit too quick down into turn 2. Understeer, and he's so lucky that when you hit the barrier he did not lose a wheel or damage his suspension whatsoever. He is damn lucky. But that is so much luck that's just been handed on a plate to Kevin Magnussen. And wow, he needed that really. He didn't even have the pace to get on terms with Rossi, and it looks like now Magnussen is going to take what will be, you could say, a handed on a plate victory right now. He'll have to cross the line because then he'll start the final lap. He's got one lap to do, of course, but really now Magnussen's just got to keep it cool. He's got a decent enough gap in front of Rossi, and he could take, and he could become the 4th different winner for GP2. Magnussen then starts the final lap in the sprint race. What a crazy race this has been. Magnussen, I don't think he expected to win after Rossi took the lead at the start, but now he is leading, and after Rossi made that rookie error on the penultimate lap. And well, Rossi has got to be kicking himself in the cockpit right now, because he's now lost the lead to Magnussen. Wow, I just have no words for that. That's just probably the craziest thing I've ever seen at the end of a GP2 race right there. And you know, that is just so odd indeed. And now Magnussen can just breathe himself to the finish now. You know, he took pole, got a little bit of luck that's just been handed to him, and he's going to become the 4th different winner in GP2, and we're finally going to get 2 different winners in a weekend, which has been dogging GP2, but now we're finally going to get one. Well, we weren't going to have one with Rossi, but you know, to have a different winner as well at the same time is all great. Round the final corner, handed on a plate to you, Kevin Magnussen wins the sprint race here in Spain. And well, congratulations to Kevin. Here comes Alexander Rossi. He's got to be kicking himself in the cockpit. Stoffel Van Dorn crosses the line in 3rd. Mitch Evans crosses the line 4th. Ray Hall 5th. Lynn picks up the final point in 6th position. Then it is Marcello in 7th. Valsecchi crosses the line 8th. Harrianto crosses the line 9th. Delisle rounds out the top 10. Stevens will cross the line 11th. Gasly will just hold on to 12th there from Joseph Newgarden. Newgarden finished 13th. Lima is going to cross the line 14th. Daly is going to cross the line 15th. Nobuharu has actually got past Simona Di Silvestro. He's going to cross the line in 16th position. Daniel Abt, of course, finishes 18th because, of course, he got lapped at the end. And I'll update that in a bit. I'll have to update that quite soon. So Nobuharu crosses the line and he picks up 16th. Di Silvestro crosses the line 17th. But the victory belongs to Kevin Magnussen after a whole heap of luck. So, after all of that madness in the second to last race, here is the final race results then. Kevin Magnussen won the race with Alexander Rossi in 2nd. Then it is Stoffel Van Dorn 3rd, Mitch Evans 4th, with Graham Rahal 5th. Alex Lynn finished in 6th position with Raffaele Marcello 7th, David Valsecchi 8th, Rio Harrianto 9th, Sean Delisle 10th, with Will Stevens 11th, Pierre Gasly 12th, Joseph Newgarden finished in 13th position, and with Fabio Lima picking up 14th position. Let's scroll down the list. Connor Daly finished 15th, with Nobuharu Matsushita finishing 16th. Simona Di Silvestro 17th, Daniel a lap down being the final finisher in 18th. The 4 retirements were Stefano Coletti, Luca Ghiotto, Jolien Palmer and Nick Yellowly. And it was Alexander Rossi who set the fastest lap, so despite not getting a win, he's still going to pick up 2 bonus points for setting the fastest lap.